What's up, Clash Royale crew? Welcome back to the channel where we drop the hottest deck builds, strategy tips, and meta breakdowns to help you climb those arenas and crush clan wars. Today, we're sailing into one of the most underrated parts of the game, the best boat defense decks in Clash Royale. If you're tired of watching your clan's boat get wrecked during river races or training days, this video is your lifeline. A solid boat defense isn't just about stalling. It's about wasting your enemy's elixir, punishing their pushes, and racking up those passive points while you sip coffee. With the latest meta as of October 2025 favoring heavy hitters like Sparky and Electro Giant after the September balance changes, we'll cover 3 powerhouse setups that have been dominating the wars. If you're new here or just love free gems, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your go-to defense card. Let's dive in and fortify that boat. First, a quick crash course on boat defense for anyone who's been living under a rock. In Clan Wars, your boat has 3 elixir collectors that act like turrets, each spawning one of 4 cards in your deck whenever they take damage. No elixir bar means infinite spam, but the AI deploys randomly, so synergy is key. Mix tanks to soak hits, swarms to overwhelm, air defense to shut down balloons, and splash for ground hordes. The goal? Force opponents to overcommit and deal minimal tower damage, turning their attacks into your clan's free ride down the river. Pro tip: use your highest level cards here since they don't get tournament leveled, and test these on your own boat before locking in. With that said, let's break down the top 3 decks that pros on Royale API and Reddit are swearing by right now. Kicking things off with the ultimate tank buster setup, perfect for clans facing giant or golem spam. This one's all about layering unbreakable walls that counter push hard. For your first tower, load up with Giant Skeleton to drop those massive death bombs on clustered troops, paired with Mega Knight for jump-in stuns on B-down decks, Firecracker for cheap chip damage and air denial, and Hog Rider to sneak and counterattacks if the AI gets aggressive. Tower 2 shifts to air superiority with Executioner for wide splash on minion hordes, P.E.K.K.A to melt tanks like butter, Skeleton Army to swarm low HP threats, and Headhunter to pick off support units from afar. Finally, Tower 3 goes full apocalypse mode with Golem as the ultimate elixir sink for attackers, Sparky to zap anything that gets close, Night Witch for bat swarms that multiply chaos, and Lumberjack for that rage-fueled frenzy on death. This deck shines against B-down because the giant skeleton bombs alone can wipe half a push, and recent buffs to P.E.K.K.A make it a nightmare for Royal Hogs. Expect to see under 500 damage per attack. I've tested it myself, and it held against a level 15 Lava Hound rush like a champ. If your clan's dealing with more cycle or bridge spam metas, flip to this Swarm Overload beast that's been trending on deck shops since the last update. It's designed to drown opponents in numbers while keeping costs low for endless cycles. Start Tower 1 with Rascals to shield against ground dives and retaliate with their cannon, Bowler for rolling boulder control on goblin barrels, Sparky again for that electric shutdown on fast cycles, and Mega Knight to clean up any survivors with area jumps. Tower 2 ramps up the flyers with Minions Horde for cheap air DPS, Royal Recruits to split lanes and block bridges, Electro Wizard for chain zapping wizard towers, and Ram Rider to lasso encounters and speed away. Wrap it with Tower 3 using Skeleton Dragon for poison breath on swarms, Elite Barbarians for rage mode flanks, more Rascals for versatile shielding, and P.E.K.K.A to anchor the whole thing against elites. What makes this a meta monster is the Minion Bowler synergy. Attackers burn elixir on tornado pulls just to get rolled over, and it's brutal on maps like Bone Pit where air paths are tight. Community stats show it averaging just 300 damage taken, turning war days into easy gold farms. For the all-rounder that adapts to anything from log bait to X-Bow Siege, this balanced powerhouse is your safe bet, straight out of Sportskeeda's top picks. It's got that perfect mix of offense and defense to make attackers second-guess every elixir drop. Tower 1 features Electro Giant to reflect spells back at casters and tank forever, Royal Recruits for split lane pressure, Mega Knight for versatile jumps, and Sparky to charge up and obliterate tanks. Tower 2 doubles down on ground control with Bowler to bounce back charges, Mini P.E.K.K.A for single target shredding, Mega Minions for beefy air support, and Electro Dragon for chain lightning that zaps entire pushes. Tower 3 seals the deal with Musketeer for precise range picks, Giant Skeleton Bombs for area denial, Wizard Splash for horde melts, and Valkyrie spins to whirlwind any ground swarm. The Electro Giant's Reflector mechanic is clutch post 2025 buffs, forcing spell-heavy decks to whiff hard, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A Wizard combo handles everything from Hog Cycles to Giant Witch. It's not flashy, but Royale API data pegs it as the most consistent, holding boats to under 400 damage 80% of the time. No matter which deck you rock, a few universal tips will supercharge your setup. Always prioritize high health tanks in the first spawn slot to buy time for supports, and avoid over-relying on buildings since the AI deploys them awkwardly. Test against your own clan's attacks during prep day to spot weaknesses, and remember, the meta shifts with balances. Keep an eye on Supercell's patch notes for tweaks to Sparky's Charge or Electro Giant's Reflect. If your cards aren't maxed, swap in leveled alternatives like guards for skeletons to keep the swarm vibe. There you have it, Royals, your blueprint to the best boat defense decks that'll make your clan unstoppable in wars and swimming in rewards. Which one's heading to your boat first? Hit the comments with your results, or if you've got a wild custom build that slaps harder. If this boosted your war game, like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more Clash drops like Evo card guides and ladder climbs. Thanks for watching, keep those defenses tight, and I'll catch you in the next arena. Peace.